Once there stood a warrior unlike any other, a being raised not born, gifted with strength beyond mortal men, chosen by his father emperor to lead the greatest army the galaxy had ever known. He was named first among his brothers, favored above all, given the title of Warmaster, commander of 1,000 legions, conqueror of 1,000 worlds. For decades he fought at his father's side, uniting scattered human worlds under one banner. Cities burned before his legions' advance, and just as easily, cities rose again under his rule. For he was not merely a destroyer, but a builder of empires. His brothers respected him. His father trusted him above all others. He believed truly that he was the perfect son, but greatness carries a heavy shadow. Whispers began to reach him, doubts planted like seeds in fertile soil. Was his father truly a god, as some claimed, or merely a man who had used his sons as tools, discarding their glory for his own hidden agenda? The whispers grew louder. Old wounds, old jealousies, old fears, all began to fester in the dark corners of his mind. A grave injury, a moment of near death, opened a door that should have stayed closed. Dark powers, ancient and patient, found him in his weakness and offered him something no mortal or god ever could. The truth, or so they claimed. Purpose beyond his father's control, power beyond imagination. He rose from that near-death changed, not broken, but hollowed and refilled with something colder. What followed was not sudden, but slow, deliberate corruption. Legion by legion, he turned his brothers to his cause, some willingly, drawn by ambition or grievance of their own, others through deception, believing they still served the empire they had sworn to protect. Brother turned against brother. Legions that once fought side by side now met on blood-soaked battlefields, tearing apart everything they had built together. The galaxy burned in a war unlike any before, a war between gods and their own children. Worlds that once stood as monuments to unity became graveyards. Warriors who once called each other brother now spoke only through the language of blades and betrayal. At the very heart of his father's own fortress, the final confrontation came. Father against son, creator against creation. The being who once carried the hope of an entire empire now stood as its greatest threat, consumed entirely by the darkness he had once resisted. Their battle shook the foundations of everything, power beyond comprehension colliding, until finally only one remained standing, and even that victory came at an unbearable cost. The empire he once served to build now stood broken, its unity shattered beyond repair, its trust between father and sons destroyed forever. He was remembered not as the hero he might have been, but as the warning of what even the greatest can become, when pride blinds ambition, when doubt curdles into rage, and when the desire to matter outweighs the cost of everything he once loved.